Well, the girls just went off to school and everybody made it across safely. I feel like that's my job now, just to look and make sure. But I have some work that I need to do because I did not post a newsletter yet. Oh, and by the way, this is our new gate system instead of the dark black one that we had. I think it was black. I don't think it was brown. And one of the things I had my husband do was install it right past the bathroom, the powder room, because I thought that it would be less of an ordeal to get into the bathroom. One less thing to, tell somebody how to get into. And then also what I like is from this angle over here, it's just not one of those things that jumps out at you. And we still have this green chair in here from our movie night. But anyway, it's working out well. It's very easy to open. You just have to make sure to watch your step. And it also closes by itself as long as you don't push it open too far. So something that I do now, it seems, is I just make these piles if I have to take something downstairs or something so I don't forget it. And I've seen other people do this too, but that just seems to be what I've really been doing a lot of, or just trying to remember different things. Now I'm going to go into the guest room right here. The first thing I'm going to do today is just sit down with the rest of my coffee and get to work on my newsletter, which is like a thank you, a very heartfelt thank you to my patrons. It's kind of like this thank you that I wanted to give last week, but because I already released a newsletter, I wanted to save it for this week, especially because I didn't have anything extra that I sent my editor. So of course, my sister-in-law was here, so I just felt like because of the holidays and stuff, I kind of wanted to give her the week off. So anyway, I'm just going to work on that and then post that and then get myself ready. And while I'm getting ready, I figure I will call my mom then. Welcome to my dressing room. Not too long ago, I was throwing this dress on. Yes, it's yesterday's dress, because my neighbor came over, rang the doorbell. I was not prepared, okay? And this is the second time that she has caught me like this, where I'm not prepared. But I was getting ready for the day. I was having a leisurely morning, talking to my mom on the phone, enjoying the last bit of coffee that I had after I had posted my newsletter for today. So I thought that I would read a passage from my book and remind myself of the beauty of preparedness. We've all seen her. That woman who crosses our paths first thing in the morning, gliding with ease from one place to another. The location is inconsequential. She might be at work, school drop-off, the grocery store, or the doctor's office, but there is something different about her. Her face is bright and carefree. She is not in a rush. Every hair is in place. Every item of clothing is intentionally selected. And every tasteful bit of makeup adds polish to her natural beauty. Or could it be her accessories that supply the perfect finishing touch? Well, whatever it is, as she passes you, you smell that lovely scent that she had time to spray before she left for the day. And then it goes on. And of course we discuss, making sure that you are giving yourself plenty of time before the day. And then we also cover those moments where, we can't account for all of the things. It is true that life often throws us lemons and that we cannot account for every predicament. Nevertheless, we can tackle the unexpected so much better if we are not already down to the wire. In the same way that a beautifully organized home makes space for peace and calm, so too does a well thought out schedule. I have to say that within the time of me moving here, I have yet to perfect or just to get down what my schedule really is. And I feel that a lot of it is because of where I am, the seasonal changes and everything, and just what I am naturally feeling, such as lounging a little bit more, or because it's cold, I just don't feel as energized maybe. However, there have been several times where I have just been caught off guard. So many times, in fact, especially because it seems like there is always somebody coming to my door. Now, I've written about this in a newsletter within the past few months, but it's just funny to me that I still have yet to get all of this down. I actually experienced something recently with my daughters as they were walking to school. They got hit by a truck, and it was such a devastating time, but they're okay, by the way. Did I mention that? They're okay. They just got a couple of bruises and whatnot. And I thank God that they were able to walk away from that, because not everybody is so, blessed in that way. But it was just a moment in that time that, once again, I wasn't ready. I wasn't out of my robe yet. I was sitting down for coffee. I had said goodbye to them, and they come walking through the door with the guy that hit them. And I just wasn't ready for the day or for whatever came my way. And had I listened to my past self about the importance of preparing oneself for the day, I would have been better prepared for that situation. And, after he went out of the house and just waited for a little bit for the police to get here and for the EMTs to get here, I did manage to throw on a dress and just do a really quick, get oneself ready for an emergency kind of a thing. But it's just, I'm laughing at myself because I have been ill prepared so much that one would think that they would have learned their lesson by now, you know. So today was another day just like that. And here I am in yesterday's dress because I wasn't prepared. So today, though, I wanted to just talk to you about a couple of things. Someone asked about this coat. I have videos, past videos, where I share my coats, but I may be making a new video sometime soon for this, you know, for this month of Vlogmas. But this came from Top Vintage. It's by Voodoo Vixen. But I have another coat on the way, and it's my Christmas present. The only Christmas present I'm allowed to have, mind you. And I've had my eye on it since the beginning of the season, because I love to go to Top Vintage online just to check out their new coats for the season. And I'm not always impressed, but they usually have such beautifully made coats. And so this was one of them. And I love this one. This is, as of right now, this is my favorite one. I love the A-line to it as well. And the one that I recently got, it has a slight A-line, but it is a little bit more fitted, I would say. And I like the length of it, although it's not as long as this one, but I am hoping that it will cover my dresses. So anyway, one of the things that I want to focus on today is really like hanging up those things that are on the darker side that I tend to just keep for the winter time. And so we're going into the winter months now, and it's getting pretty cold. I'm just going to kind of do a little transition of my wardrobe, and then I'll share it with you once I'm done with that. But the moral of the story is today that it's time to get serious about preparing oneself. And I am no different, that I need to take my own advice in this. And if I failed to mention, that came out of the Lady of the House Inspirations Volume 1. And I was flipping through this and just thinking, wow, I really have a lot that I cover on wardrobe and things like that in here. I would say Volume 2 has a variety of other things in it. It's not so much about that. And but I hope that if that is something that interests you, you know, just the way that read, that maybe you would think about purchasing Volume 1, and then maybe Volume 2 if you liked it enough. So yes, I need to get busy getting my wardrobe together. I just took this out yesterday to wear to worship service, and I love this dress. It's such an easy wear dress. I am noticing that it pills a little bit more than before. So I do, you know, pick the pills off here and there. I also want to share with you some of the things that I've been utilizing more since it's really cold, and what I found to be helpful around the house. So having a shawl, something that is just really warm and that I can also use as a scarf when I go out, this has been so nice. It's like a little blanket wherever I go. So I really like this, and I use it around the house. I also use it just going out, like I said, but what I mean by around the house is like if I'm going to be wearing my nightgowns and my dressing gowns, things like that. I have found this to be so helpful. And then I also have these mucklucks, which I found at Walmart. And so I have some that go below the knee, and then I have some that go up above the knee, like at the thigh. And I really love these as a way to keep my legs warm without wearing tights all the time. So in my fall wardrobe video, I did share some of those things that I would be pairing with my clothing just to make things last a little longer, especially through the colder months. And one of those things was fleece lined tights. But I've also found these to be so helpful. I will even layer those if I'm going to be, like if it's going to be really cold. Actually, I just like to layer them in general because I personally don't like to just wear the fleece lined tights with boots. I like to have some kind of sock or legging to go along with that. So I will use these, but again, I use these just at home if I feel like I'm really, really cold. The other thing are these ballerinas. These ballerina slippers have been so wonderful. I will not go with anything else at this point. I think I'm on my, I don't know, my 6th pair or something, but as soon as they start to wear out like this, then I end up just buying some new ones. So I'm about to throw these away. I just threw another pair away because I do go between like 2 sets at a time. So I have these ones that I'm wearing, and then like from week to week I will wash them and just start using another one while those are in the wash, and so on. So these have been wonderful, and I just find these on Amazon. I will have it linked. I usually always have these linked in my description box, actually. I did manage to change into a fresh dress for today, and this too was by Monsoon London, and so I really like it. And I do like these deeper colors, especially around this time, but I still also love cream and just that pink one that I've had for so long now. So I have been mixing sweater dresses with just some of the normal dresses that I have. And the way that I do that is just by layering a sweater over it, or some days it's been fine just to wear a coat over it. So some of these heavier coats would pair well with a dress like this. Now, when it gets really, really cold, I might not be saying that, you know, but again, I can also pair a sweater over it and then put a coat on top of that with the fleece lined tights, with the mucklucks, you know, just those longer socks. And I think that that should be fine. But I also find that I'm home so much that sometimes some of these like layering dresses and everything, it can end up being too much. So that's why I have kept a variety of just my normal dresses and just kept certain ones out that fit the color scheme that I might be going with, and just relying on cardigans, for instance, to wear over them. I have within here the coats that I like to pair with the dresses that I wear. So I just kind of see that as part of my wardrobe, because when I go out, it's more about the coat than it is about the dress underneath, because I typically end up wearing the coat the whole entire time that I'm out. I rarely, if ever, take the coat off. So I kind of see those as my dresses come winter. So anyway, this is what I had for you today. I look forward to sharing how I am integrating my nightwear with the change of the season. I will be sharing that in an upcoming video. I really hope that what you gain from these Vlogmas videos are just like you have a friend with you each day. And with that, I will see you in my next video.